Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode, which basically consists of me just going to a park and flying airplanes and crashing them pretty horribly. Sounds like fun, right? Huh. Hi, you see that big old, oh I moved, okay, there's a big old ball, there's a big old shiny ball in the sky, there it is. It's called the sun, and we haven't seen it for quite a while now, like a week or so, and I've been wanting to get out to the park to fly for a very long time. It feels like forever, you know. It's like finally got everything working, and I just want to fly. But the weather, and then I was sick, and all that stuff. So today is fly day. We're going to the park, and by when I say we, I mean me and my airplanes, I guess, and you're coming with me. And I guess this might be in the episode about the Carbon Cub S Plus, the Horizon Hobby, which I had a heck of a time getting set up and stuff, but enough of the negative stuff. We're gonna actually take it out and see how it flies. Again, with the we, I don't know, it's just easier to say we than I. I sound so exclusive, like I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna fly it, but if I say we, even if there is no other we, I mean, if there's nobody else, then it sounds like I'm including you. You're coming along with me. Come on, buddy. Come on, Steve. You and me, Steve. I know there's somebody out there named Steve, and you're like, he's talking to me. That's creepy. Well, that's right, Steve. Okay, to the park. Or as the French say, le parc. A couple quick flight notes on here. These flaps, I had actually installed servos and cut the flaps out before I realized that I couldn't use servos with this transmitter because it doesn't have enough channels. And so I just taped them back and put these little foam pieces to keep the flaps from moving. So there's that, and then everything else is set up the way that it's supposed to be. I have this battery that I'm going to be using. It's a 2200 3-cell 50C battery instead of like a 1300 milliamp hour. And let's see, also I modified this, so it's an XT60 now instead of that other one, whichever that was. The blue one. I'll come back to this, but that's what we got going on. I'm going to calibrate it and then get ready to take off. Totally sure. I think I made marks where I think the CG is supposed to be. It's pretty much level, which maybe touch nose down. It kind of depends. We're just going to have to fly it and see how she rolls. So here we have the transmitter. I know this light is really harsh, so bear with me. So we're going to turn it on, and this guy's like, whoa, and then he's like, hey, I got that RF signal. And now he's like, I'm checking for those tasty satellites for the GPS. And he's like, ooh, I got him. Found him. Okay. There we go. So, it should be working. Yep. Makes noise. So now at this point, oh gosh, how do I put it in calibration mode? Something. I don't know. This is very confusing. Right? Okay. I don't know if that did anything. Okay, I've got this guy set up, facing into the wind. It looks a lot smaller from over here. But this guy comes with a little card. This is like your little action card. And has indicators of what different stuff means, like if the aircraft is making noises or something. And it tells you your different modes. Okay, that's cool. I like that they did that. I think that's great that they put all the important information on the card, except that they didn't put all of the important information on the card. Like right here, it says compass calibration. It says it should be performed before each flight, and whenever the aircraft is flown to a new location, refer to the product manual for complete compass. Okay, well, so it says use the manual. Well, I don't have the manual. I didn't bring the manual. I forgot to, actually. I was going to, but I forgot to. But that's a problem that a lot of people would have, and beginners, first-time people. That's way too confusing, man. Like, it's great that's all on a card, but the fact that you have to have a card with all this stuff, very, very, very confusing. Not a fan. Okay, enough said about that. Because we are actually going to see how this baby flies. Kind of nervous, actually. So the first thing that I realized was the most important thing to get the motor to stop pulsing. I have a video about that. You can probably find that somewhere. Is we need to set the home position, so we're going to flip this up. For me, again, watch the video on using the DX6i with this guy. And he's like, doot, 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 doot. I'm dancing. And then we flip it back down. Let's do a power check and make sure all of our surfaces are going the right way. Power check. Okay, pretty decent amount of power. Always be sure to keep your face, back behind the propeller in case it slings a prop. Just not in line with the propeller. Okay, and then so that side goes down. All right, we're gonna start out with low rates. Low rates Low rates on everything. First flight with the Horizon Hobby Carbon Cub S Plus using the DX6i transmitter. Here we go. Okay, hang on. It really wants to go that way. I think I need more elevator. That was pitiful. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, because I'm not used to flying at a flying field, it's actually really difficult to fly it when it's flying sideways to me. So I'm going to start out right behind it, and we're going to try this out. Okay, holding up elevator, and I think we're going to need to put in some left rudder. Here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my gosh. That just happened. That just happened. It hit the pole. It hit the pole. Whoa. Wow. That is hilarious and also terribly sad. But please laugh, because it makes me feel better. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was epic. That was an epic crash. Okay. Well. Dude. Alright, let me unplug the electronics here. How? Why? Like, no joke, guys. That is literally the worst first flight ever I have ever had. Look, I'm definitely not saying... Now, this is totally my fault. This is totally my fault. I'm definitely not saying that these types of airplanes are not good. That would be ridiculous. This was all my fault. However, whoa, man, whoa. I'm glad nobody's here, because they'd think I was like really stupid. Of course, you're watching this, I guess, so I guess, oh well. So this came off. This is no longer attached. That's no longer attached. I feel like you really need most of these things attached to fly. So we know that it landed here and it started over there. Now, I think it hit this pole just a little too hard and a little too, much. But the weird thing is, like, I think really most of the damage occurred when it hit the ground. Because, like, look, it got hit right here, okay? That definitely smashed into the pole right there. And then, but look at it, it's just like laying right here. Like this guy, let's go, okay, so it went like this. So look, it was like this, okay? This is my beef, you guys. This is my beef with these airplanes. It's just because it's just the durability for a first timer, for a beginner. You know what I'm saying? Like I just broke the plane. Like you can't just slap some. I mean, it is fixable, but not right now. I'm gonna have to go home and spend some time gluing this stuff back together, attaching things, figuring stuff out, checking out all the damage and stuff. Because I guess what happened, I think what happened was that it smashed into the pole, and then, because there's no damage like on here, I think it just smashed into the pole right here. It might have come around from the looks of this. I'm thinking it might have, the way the prop is bent. Yeah, I think it hit the pole. I'll have to replay the video right now. And you can see that it hit the pole, and then it like spun around, smashed the prop, smashed the nose, and then I think it just smashed. It just hit. How did this go? It just smashed into here, upside down. In fact, there should be like a divot somewhere. Went boom, and then it smashed in here, and then, or it might have landed on its tail. Anyway, wow. I'm so incredibly sad, but also kind of relieved because now, we had that first crash out of the way, like really out of the way. We don't have to worry about hurting this thing anymore, really. So, okay, but, if this happens to you, okay, this is the lesson here. If this happens to you, don't fret. Learn from your mistake and pick up the pieces, glue them back together, and keep on trucking, or in this case, keep on flying once you get it back glued together. Now, if you have not already purchased one of these airplanes, now might be a good time to consider the potential of something like this happening. So, for example, if you don't have a very large area to fly, which this to me is pretty huge, but it's not ridiculously huge, then you might not want something as large as this. But again, and then it was in the noob mode, which means it can only bank so much. So I think what screwed me up was I was thinking that it was banking, like I thought that I could make the turn, but it actually wasn't. That is something that it's almost like it glides too well to the point that it doesn't actually glide how you think it's going to glide. Oh man. You know the irony of this is that I was actually a little concerned about having my dad fly it, about having El Papo fly it for the first time, or like just as soon as we started flying it or whatever. Just because I was like, oh man, I just want to try and keep it nice for a little bit. Well, good job, Adam. You did a good job keeping it nice. So, but again, on the plus side, I don't have to worry about that crash anymore because it's already happened. Now, if I could just find the battery hatch. Found the battery cover. It's over there. Poor airplane. We're gonna have to resurrect you eventually, or gut you for parts. But since you're mostly intact, we'll probably fix you up. Some glue, some popsicle sticks. So if this happens to you, don't let it get you down, okay? Don't let it get you down. Just let it get you back up in the, I don't know. Insert motivational speech here.
Well, wouldn't you know it, I rambled on for so long that I'm going to have to break this into 2 episodes, so stay tuned to see the Tubby Cubby fly with some sweet landing gear and plenty of tasty slow motion action. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something from my mistakes. I know I did, and I'll see you on the next one.